I have a question. Why won't Obama walk off into the sunset and leave politics? Why? Like Bill Clinton did, like all the other presidents, Bush, and they come around every now and then and they might say something nice. They might say something about their party or help their party in a primary every now and then. This man is the definition of a dictator.
Elections are the cornerstone of our democracy, but right now they are under threat.
The process of political gerrymandering, I think, is damaging to Congress. Gerrymandering means citizens' voices are being diminished. By voting yes, you have a chance to do something important, not just for the Commonwealth, but for our entire country. Even a former president, who are joining together to end gerrymandering and ensure that our democracy is living up to its founding promise. By voting yes, you can push back against the Republicans trying to give themselves an unfair advantage in the midterms. And we're counting on you to help ensure a reasonable, transparent redistricting process that honors our ideal of equal representation.
I don't like how he is being used to push some of the most progressive and liberal policies that he never stood for when he was even first time, especially his first term. Right, he ran as a moderate Democrat, and he was very moderate on a lot of most issues. And now he has completely destroyed his legacy because he does not want to leave power. And they want to talk about Trump a king. This man has been actively trying to run the Democratic Party since he got elected.
Yes, everybody is calling out Obama. He has been the frontrunner in advocating for what is currently going on. When you take a look at this article, breaking, a Virginia Circuit Court has just ruled yesterday redistricting vote unconstitutional and has issued an injunction blocking the result from being certified. This is big. It is not over yet. It is likely this will end up at the state Supreme Court, who will make the final decision. Keep fighting. I saw a lot of Democrats melting down on social media when this came out a few hours ago. At some point, these people always claim like, oh, Republicans are doing this, doing that. If you watch the videos I play at the beginning of this clip, you can clearly see what Obama has been doing over the past years. A lot of people are tired of him, like he should get out of politics. It is getting crazy every single day. It is like he's the one ruling the party. I don't get it.
Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger celebrating the win in yesterday's redistricting vote. Voters narrowly approving a new pro-Democrat congressional map in a controversial referendum that critics have slammed as a, quote, power grab. The outcome threatens the already very tight Republican House majority. Mark Meredith is live in Alexandria, Virginia with more on this. And Mark, that vote ended up pretty narrow.
Bill, it sure did a lot narrower than some people were expecting, and Virginia voters showed up in huge numbers to determine Tuesday's redistricting referendum. This morning, Democrats are celebrating the outcome, saying they're putting a check on President Trump's power, but Republicans say this is simply proof that Virginia has lost its way. More than 3 million people cast their ballot in what you said was a narrowly defined race. However, voters chose to give the legislature power to redraw congressional maps before November's midterms. The new map is expected to take Republicans down from 5 congressional districts to 1. We heard from the chair of the National Republican Congressional Committee, who wrote, Democrats can't redraw reality. This close margin reinforces that Virginia is a purple state that shouldn't be represented by a severe partisan gerrymander. Democrats say they felt emboldened to act after Republicans in Texas redistricted too. Governor Abigail Spanberger and former President Obama, they were the ones leading the effort in the Commonwealth. We heard from the former President Obama saying Republicans are trying to tilt the midterm elections in their favor, but they haven't done it yet. Thanks for showing us what it looks like to stand up for our democracy and fight back. So Tuesday's outcome means, yes, that Democrats have a better shot now at taking the House come November, but other states are still weighing whether to redraw their maps. As Politico points out, pressure is now growing on Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to make up for Democrats' gains with a GOP-led redistricting effort in his state as soon as next week. And while voters decided here in Virginia, there is another X factor in all this, Bill. The Virginia State Supreme Court is still deciding whether or not this will all be able to stand. There were multiple challenges to this redistricting referendum, including how the language on the ballot was written, and we are waiting to see what the court may decide next. Bill.
And depending on how they rule, all eyes will be on the state of Florida, as he mentioned.
President Obama was the Trojan horse, man. He was the worst president ever. And the reason why I say he was the...
When you take a look at this guy, around Republican George in Virginia has struck down the redistricting referendum result and declared the whole thing unconstitutional. I'm not worried, as this decision will be appealed immediately and reinstated. MAGA laws. This guy got these immediately. Democrats are the pro-gerrymandering party. The Virginia map isn't anything new. It is exactly what they did to Illinois, extend Chicago out into widely drawn districts for the sole purpose of electing Democrat. You know, there is this argument they struggle to bring every day. Oh, you celebrated when Texas did that. The Republicans control the government right now. Why wouldn't they pass an anti-gerrymander bill? We will support it. This is the kind of logic they're struggling to bring out here, which to me is crazy. You know, there is this meltdown that I saw. Even Gavin Newsom reacted like, I was like, why is this guy even talking? He did that in California. Governor Ron DeSantis is now preparing to do the same thing.
Their maps in Texas are far more balanced and fair than what you now have in Virginia. I mean, Virginia is now essentially ruled the Republican Party to be illegal. That's what Abigail Spanberger has basically done. This was the revenge of the D.C.
Scott,
bureaucrats.
no one has said the Republican Party is illegal in Virginia.
I mean, go from 6 to 5 to 10 to 1, and you've got 5 of the 10 that are going to live within 10 miles of each other.
They drew the map in the most aggressive way possible. I totally agree with that. That doesn't mean that it's illegal to be a Republican.
Okay, well,
it's not the same.
It's going to be pretty darn hard to make it to the congressional delegation. And how do you think, outside of the D.C. suburbs, how do you think the rest of the state feels? They feel like they've been disenfranchised. Look at the vote. Look who voted no. It's everywhere that's going to lose their congressional representation. How do you think the people in the military feel?
But now you care about the Democratic.
Virginia literally had the fairest maps in the nation.
There is something Scott actually said that drew my attention. Virginia literally had the fairest map in the nation. They had a 6-5. 6 Democrats, 5 Republicans. In terms of proportional representation, they had the fairest map in the nation. That was drawn, by the way, by an independent commission that the voters asked for just a few years ago. Now, they will have the least fair maps in the nation, and I'm not surprised that the yes vote won. They had all the money and all the lies. Sometimes in politics, when you have got those two things, you can put something over the line, even something as egregious as this. Okay, if you take a look at what Obama has been preaching recently about this, oh, we are fighting back, we're fighting back. We saw what Gavin Newsom did. Now, from the information I'm getting, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is also coming up with this. I don't know. It means everywhere we'll be doing this. Or what exactly is even going on here? I want to appreciate everyone supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. Yesterday, I did not post any clip on this channel. Like I said, something is happening here that I don't understand. These people are not recommending videos on my channel, and for reasons I don't know. And that is not a stopping factor. We will continue to put out videos like I've been doing. Even a single person watching me, I don't have any problem. I will continue to do that. I'm begging you, when you see my clips, hit the videos and share. That is the only possible way we can struggle to come down.
I'm in support of that.
Until the First Lady brought them back with her surprise statement last week.
How does this benefit?
I'm an actor.
I'm an actor.
Creative content.
Why are you not looking forward to the White House fight?
Well, it's kind of a gimmick. I have 300.